I'm just doing the game. You better feed me well tonight, man.
Nakakaba. Kasi you're saying 9% and 22%. So, it's impossible to shoot badly in 3 games. It has been done. I'm speaking from experience.
Individual yun eh.
Hindi naman team percentage yun, Jard.
Games.
Individual
Yeah. We're talking about careers here. It would be nice though, on a serious note, it would be nice to see or find like new heroes tomorrow. From either school. You know, somebody who would, right? I mean, we already know that you talked about earlier Casio, Chu, and maybe, Ford Arrow, and especially that Brian Elad's not going to be there. But what if we find somebody who, will just all of a sudden surprise everybody else?
Mel, I think you have a gut feel as to who might be the new heroes.
Yeah. My money is on that. What's his first name again? Ferdinand? No,
that's his last name.
his last name. Okay. No wonder he's with. Anyway. Gut feel ko lang. Like what I mentioned a while ago, we might win, we might lose. Well, more important is if we win, we take a rest. If not, we take it the hard way, as Father Coach Norman said.
Father niya eh.
Okay, it took yeah, so at least if we lose tomorrow, we won't get eliminated. We have another chance. But if we win, we take a rest. And rest is very important. The rest is history.
But you know what, seriously, I think both teams as Ateneo, the one thing that they're really afraid of is UST. You know, you drop down, matalo kayo.
I think both teams.
Yeah, both teams, yeah. Because UST, actually, we were talking about this earlier, that they should have been number 2 if they didn't lose to FEU beforehand. So, and one way or another, they seem to be, at the start of the season, one of the favorites in terms of depth, in terms of experience. And the team that loses tomorrow, it's going to be really, really tough to make it to the finals.
To stress that point of Jason's now, let's look at how UST has done against both LaSalle and Ateneo in the regular season. Sorry, Mix. And then kasi in round number 1, UST beat Ateneo 87-74, and then LaSalle beat UST 90-86. In round number 2, baliktad naman, it was UST beating De La Salle 81-73 and Ateneo beating UST 72-71, escaping by the skin of your teeth. It's 1-1 for both schools. How do you view this? Kung sakaling Ateneo or La Salle makalaban ng UST?
It's gonna be tough. I think UST has this ability to really rise above attrition. It's a situation that they absolutely enjoy. Coming from, also Brian Elad, no? Coming from, sneaking from behind. No? But UST, they're really good at this. So
How big a factor is Coach Pido with that?
I think his personality, and I think Olsen probably would be in a better position to describe this.
Because Coach Pido is a very good motivator. I mean, that's the story of UST last year when they won the championship. And I think this season, they're just peaking at the right time. So nakakatakot talaga kalaban ng UST.
Oh,
Wala ka
kasi
bang
hindi pa
baong
sila,
ano?
They're all peaking eh.
Olsen, wala kang baong Pidoisms?
Wala. Coach ko yun eh.
Ayaw.
I agree na good motivator si Coach Pido. I was watching the game kanina nung mga nagkakagulo na. Tinawag niya isang player niya, hindi ka ba tatay Mel, susuntukin kita.
Kaya yun ang fighting spirit ng UST.
Kung di ka ba naman maglaro na mabuti nun, ano?
Anyway, si Boom pala nandito. Hey, Boom, you're here.
Now, going back to that point, I think, yeah, you're right, Nico, that I think Pido understands that also. He knows that very well. Like earlier in the post-game interview, he said something like, when he was asked about how will he prepare for Ateneo or La Salle if he faces either, he said, bahala sila maghanda para sa amin. That's his way of putting things in perspective. Bahala kayo maghanda sa amin.
Yeah.
Jaworski.
Maghahanda talagang Ateneo because ang sarap maging Atenista.
Do we know na? Do we know now when the 3-4 matchup is going to be? Is it this Thursday or?
I have no idea.
They told me earlier that it will be on Thursday.
So Cuneta yan.
Cuneta.
Just keep Fallout Boy,
Fallout Boy lang naman eh.
Fallout Boy sa Cuneta.
Dala sa UST, di ba?
You're right. right.
Hey, we gotta take we gotta take this short break, but
We'll
before
talk
that, we
more,
want to
Boom,
thank Coco Rama. Then a commercial and be back. No. And of course, if you guys want to join, if you want to join the conversations, George, how do they get in touch with us?
No, first the contest
Ah.
first because we've only I wanted texter number 3, but so far only one has texted. So I will figure out if I will choose this one. But anyway, if you know where Rico Meyerhofer hails from, which province he comes from, you can text us at key in NU MSG or message space your answer and your complete name as it appears on a valid ID and your contact details.
We'll be right back. This is Ready to Rumble.
All right, you're back with our historic radio special, Ready to Rumble, the merging of Halikinu Radio and Green Archer Radio, only here on NU 107. I don't know if this is going to happen again.
Next
We're
week.
supposed to have another episode next week. I don't know if we'll survive to have another episode next week, especially after tomorrow. It's gonna decide a lot of things for both teams. So you're still with the Green Archer gang.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's our final word.
And you're also with the Halikinu crew. Woo! Okay, what are we gonna? Oh, Boom is here. Hi, Boom.
Yeah, and boom.
Oh, yeah.
Boom Gonzalez of the ABS-CBN Sports coverage team is also here.
This is really how we treat our guests. We just keep them in the corner.
Ay, nako, George. Yan kasi.
All right,
Green
Boom.
Archer
Tell us about this. The season of the UAP. I mean, it's been wild. All the playoffs and all the possibilities.
Yeah, I think the wind up in the last, at least, I mean, recent
protest.
memory,
Alright.
recent memory, probably the wind up of the eliminations has been a little more dramatic than usual.
Crazy.
Crazy. Especially, not having, I mean, we had a few blowout games also at the start of the season. And then last year not having LaSalle also. So you kind of miss this whole, it's not even the playoffs, but it's playoff atmosphere already. So yeah.
I have a question to Boom. For the game tomorrow,
No, it's not true.
do you think there will be another controversy after the game?
It's always possible, with Ateneo and LaSalle. And the
If
UAP
you
and all.
remember, after game 1, there was this protest about two non-Filipinos playing. Well, I'd like to clear that up, okay? They did not play together because actually Kirk played long, then Zion played later. So that's the true statement of Halikinu Radio on that, okay?
Nico's the only one laughing.
Yeah. Kaya, siyempre, pinatagal lang natin kasi. Okay, Boom, back to you.
What was the
you're here
question?
nga pala.
We lost the question there.
Okay. And a clue on the question. I think Rico hails from the alma mater. So that's a clue.
Anyway,
Okay?
Mr. Bagu, you have a question for Boom.
And because even last week, Boom and I were talking, or we were all here talking about the Ateneo LaSalle memories. And with the Green Archer Radio guys, we've been talking about this since last week. And now I want to ask Olsen, what would
Bad
be your...
memories, but also.
Memories ako. Ayun na, Hall of Fame. Memories ako. Si Richard
Nagbigay na
pinakamatanda. That's a fact.
No,
That's
no.
a fact.
No, Olsen, you have to remember, he doesn't really have that much memories. No. He does, but he can't remember anymore. He's that old.
I think we'll just text Dickie Bachman. He played with, Dickie's
Kurt,
father
Kurt,
played
Kurt,
with,
Kurt,
Kurt played with Richard.
May pictures pa si Dicky nun.
Yeah. Short shorts.
I know my number is retired by.
Mm. Si Olsen hindi na retire
Yeah, but
sa
I think
Ateneo.
they're making a move to reconsider. After find number 4 ka rin daw. Anyway, your question.
Olsen, what would be yung great battles of Ateneo and LaSalle during your time and even after your time? Alam naman natin, talagang sinusundan natin yan, pre-war era. What would be the best Ateneo LaSalle game that you've seen or witnessed or played in?